Hey, Kevin. Getting married?
That's the embarrassing part, is that won't go over my knuckle. No, what I was going to talk about really was anytime you get a new MIG welder, you always seem to get this little box of, or this little bag full of extra rollers. What are the extra rollers for? And what you see on the side of them, like this one here, it says 0.8. This one's 0.9. And if you look on the flip side, it says 1.0 and 1.2. Well, that's the measurement of the wire. You know, whatever spool you have in your machine, you have to get the right size groove in the roller to fit the wire that you have in your machine. But sometimes you run into a set like this. This is a 1.2 U and a 1.0 U. And those are your aluminum rollers. So like with this Everlast Power iMig 253 DPI, this is a machine that was designed specifically for aluminum. So you got to have these rollers with the U on it. So you see, this is the roller for steel. This is what you'd normally run in there. And you can see the way that groove looks inside, where this is the roller for aluminum. And it looks like the U roller is actually a U shape, as opposed to the kind of squared off bottom edges in this, which would help grip the metal wire a little better. So that, you know, that nice U shape, it won't deform the aluminum wire as bad as this other more squared off shape will. So this ought to make the wire feed a little bit smoother. You know, and of course when you set this machine up for aluminum, the other thing you do is you change the liner in the cable. You put in a Teflon liner, which I've already done, which makes it slide that much easier. So it can feed the aluminum spool right off the spool, right through the factory gun. You don't need a spool gun or a push-pull gun. The aluminum wire, so you just put it, the 1.0 U has to go to the outside. You have to make sure it fits over that little keyway. And they both just fit in like that. And these just need to be finger tight. You don't have to get on them too hard. Feed your wire through over the top of the two rollers, clamp it back down, close it up, and you're ready to feed wire. And because this machine has a jog button for the wire, so you don't have to pull the trigger, you don't have to activate the gas solenoid or anything like that, you can just push that button. There we go. And then once you have wire out at the end of your gun, you can just put your tip back on, and you just have to get your nozzle back on there. Come off the end, now you're ready to go to work. So I hope that helps to answer what this little bag of extra parts is for, you know, why you get them with your MIG welder. I like to keep them right inside the machine where the wire spool is. That way I know exactly where they are, they're not going to get lost. And don't forget, when you get away from aluminum, you go back over to steel, you got to put the steel rollers back in again. That'll make everything work the way it's supposed to. So I'm going to go ahead and break out my aluminum so I can actually put the machine to work. You guys are going to reach down there and hit that subscribe button for me, and I'll see y'all next time. So like with this Everlast, can't remember the name of it,